In Laikipia, a semi-arid region in central Kenya, and home to pastoral peoples like the Maasai and Samburu, scarce water is a pervasive problem. The Ewaso Nyiro River, which flows from its source on Mount Kenya to the dry rangelands of Laikipia, is the lifeblood of the region.
Wakati nalikuwa mimi mdogo, hapa Nkarengiro iko kila aina ya miti, mpaka iko matunda hata watoto nakula. Miti ingine alikuwa anaitwa mbopongi, nyuki na kunya hata maua. Miti mzuri sana sababu kula asali yake, kama anasikia kifua wanakula. Lakini siku hizi amekauka, maua hakuna, hata samaki na toka kila mtu na shika na mkono.
This year, for the first time ever, for the first time in history, the big Ewaso Nyiro River actually dried up.
Unrelenting drought has exerted unprecedented pressure on Laikipia's residents. It is a problem being played out across Kenya and across the continent. 40% of Africa is semi-arid rangeland, and communities all around East Africa are struggling with severe water shortage.
Huku Laikipia kuna shida ya maji. Tuko na mvua kidogo sana. Kama mwaka huu hakuna mavuno. Kama mvua ingelikuwa tungepata kazi. Kama vibarua vya kushimba kulima shamba. Hawa vijana wote unaona hapa, hakuna yule anafanya kazi. Maana kazi zimekosa. Sasa inabidi tunaingia msituni kutafuta kuni kidogo ya kuchoma makaa. Imekatazwa na kukata miti ovyo. Unafungwa miezi 6. Sasa tunaona heri kuingia kwa miti kama hiyo, tuibe serikali. At least tuone kitu ya kula. Hakuna tofauti na Maasai. Sisi na hawa Maasai mifugo tuko pamoja.
Hakuna nyasi, kuna maji. Sasa ndio unaona tunatembea mchana usiku tukijaribu kuangalia kama itabaki, sababu naonekana itakusha yote. Pande hii ya kuchota tuwezi kuingiza, ikiingia tu tunafungiwa sababu ya nyasi tu ya mbuzi, hata kuingia tu safari moja.
Mara kwa mara tunakuaga na mvua mwezi 2 inapotea. Tunahama. Ng'ombe kiama watoto wanafuata. Wakati mwingine anapoteza kama mwezi 6 bila kusoma. Hii ni kama mabadiliko imetokea sababu sasa hakuna ile wakati tunajua tuko na mvua.
Rainfall with climate change is becoming less predictable. Droughts are longer and deeper, and when the rainstorms come, they're more intense. Most of it is not absorbed. When you're relying on that limited amount of water, it becomes sort of a looming crisis.
The struggle for natural resources in Laikipia is compounded by a growing population and a surge in the number of cattle in the region. This leaves the land unable to heal itself and vulnerable to desertification.
It comes back down to a growing population. There are areas that simply cannot support the number of people that are here on them now. And everybody wants their cattle. It's part of their culture, it's their bank account. So when that river dries up, that's it for their livestock.
Competition with livestock and desertification is also a major threat to Africa's rich wildlife, which generates millions of dollars for countries like Kenya.
You have direct conflict when you have wildlife and livestock together, where you have predators coming and eating your livestock. The indirect aspect is more livestock, wildlife competition for the same resources.
We also work on Grevy's zebra, an endangered species where there's about 2,000 left on the planet. One of the biggest problems was that the livestock were controlling access to water all day, and that the Grevy zebras could only come in to drink at night, which made it very predictable when they were going to do that, and that's when the lions would hammer them and eat them.
If there is no more wildlife, because the wildlife estate of Kenya are characterized by mass wildlife deaths because the ecosystems cannot sustain them, the tourism sector will collapse, on the back of which tens of thousands of jobs in the urban areas will disappear.
But through stricter enforcement of water use, improved grazing management, and wildlife protection to sustain the fragile ecosystem, experts believe that it is possible to save the Laikipia Plateau.
If we run our livestock in an intelligent way, we don't have to degrade the land. And if you can do that, you can restore the health of the land. Your life, and everyone's life around you, depends on the land. It depends on those resources around you. It depends on the grass. If you've got no grass, you've got no future. If you've got no trees, you've got no future. If you've got no water in the rivers, you've got no future. So your dream, forget it. Just forget it. So conservation is a big thing, a very big thing. It's a whole fundamental ethos for the future of life.
Thinking about proper stewardship of the landscape, managing our wildlife, managing our livestock, it can work. And people can live quite well and have quality of life that everyone would be proud of and pleased to see.